The very next Marvel Studios endeavor, Captain America Brave New World, is set to reintroduce everybody to the beleaguered and now trimmed up, after the wake of cancellations behind the scenes, reintroduce everybody to a leaner, meaner Phase 5, February 14th, 2025. Obviously, the aberration that will be Deadpool and Wolverine, that's obviously, just being brought into the MCU, trying to be used as a bridge to whatever the hell they're going to be doing into the future. But when everything firmly gets under control, in the entire year of planned releases where you have Captain America starting, and then after that you have the Thunderbolts, and then you have the Fantastic Four, and then maybe Blade at the end of the year. Who really knows? Still got to do a little bit more digging on that one, but it's Captain America Brave New World, the formerly known as New World Order, but they thought that was a little bit too on the nose. It's been in a bit of production trouble if you've been following along. Not that long ago, we went through some of the rumors, some of the leak script that was out there, and oh boy, she was a tad bit political. It was supposed to be analogous to January 6th and how Thunderbolt Ross is now President Ross, and he's on the brink of losing an election, and he sparks an insurrection, and Super Serumless, Black Falcon is supposed to take on the Red Hulk, and he's supposed to come out the other side of that encounter not dead. I mean, there's so many aspects of that goofy-ass script, the goofy-ass rumors that sounded absolutely absurd, but also incredibly believable, because this is Marvel that we're dealing with. This is Disney. This is the hyper-political landscape that they have cultivated and thrived upon for the past decade. But now, those chickens are coming home to roost, and we are seeing a point of diminishing returns. And when I was talking about, they're going to be heading for reshoots, right? But from what we've seen in those rumors, I didn't necessarily think that most of that stuff was going to get scrapped. Some people thought that, the rumors are fake, it's just rumors after all. Scoopers in the Hollywood sense are not too dissimilar from those used in a cat box, so do with that information what you will. I kind of thought, you know what, maybe we end up seeing, maybe not everything one-to-one from those original leaks. Probably see 85-90% of those story beats hit, but trust us guys, okay? Because earlier this month, new Captain America 4 updates restores fans' faith in the MCU as Kevin Feige might just have the perfect plan to fix superhero fatigue. Right, so the guy who drove it into the ground is also going to be its savior. Bold strategy. See how it works out for you. Marvel Cinematic Universe has been going through a hard time recently, with most of their projects unable to meet fan expectations. And not only that, also exit the remaining fans' minds not about days after its release. I'm giving it way too much credit now. Other than a handful of recent projects like Loki and Guardians of the Galaxy. How do you even quantify that? Because they weren't even reporting the ratings, and when they did, it was half of the first season for Loki. For Loki season 2, but trust us, the shills on social media really loved pretty pictures on the screen. Oh, look at Loki became a time god at the end, and now he's the visual representation of Marvel's Yggdrasil. It's gonna be so cool, get it? And although there is some hype for the upcoming projects, Deadpool and Wolverine and the Fantastic Four reboot, is there really hype for that, or is it just everybody going, okay, we'll wait and see, I guess? I don't see it, but okay, I'll take you at face value. Fans don't seem too excited about most other projects that are in development currently. Oh, come on. Who isn't excited to see Ghost in the Thunderbolts? One such project, Captain America Brave New World, starring Anthony Mackie as the lead, is not a fan favorite at the moment. Fans just gotta do better. Learn to like him and his stupid, goofy costume. The movie will be the first in the Captain America series without Chris Evans. Well, depends on what those reshoots do, but I don't know yet. One of the most favored faces of the MCU. Well, like him or not, he was definitely a driving force. And though Sam Wilson is a beloved character, yes, as Falcon, but he's his own unique character, not usurping the Captain America throne. How many times do you have to see that concept trotted out in comics only to have it summarily dumped at a moment's notice? No, just put it on screen at a time when we've belabored the audience to a point of sheer antipathy. No, now would be a great time to just go ahead and roll out all of those concepts that failed a decade ago in comics. This is going to be great. We're going to get them again. Captain America 4 will see Sam Wilson finally moving forward in the story as a new captain, which he also did in that series that nobody remembers, right? Falcon and the Winter Soldier, remember that came out a few years ago? Oh, right, you don't, because all of this stuff is so disposable that has led to this perceived superhero fatigue. It's just bad writing fatigue, okay? Just with a catchier name, just with a cape this time around. After Steve Rogers' departure since Avengers Endgame, but given how disinterested people have become with the story, the success fans associate with the MCU is hard to come by, and superhero fatigue is playing a pivotal role in this. But Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige is not a man who will be complacent with mediocre results. Oh, really? Because that kind of defines his entire tenure, or at least a vast majority of it. After the sky-high success of the MCU, its tumble down the hill has been a hard pill to swallow for most. Not really, because most people have just gone and went, I used to like those, but yeah, I'm not going back. I'm not really seeing anything that I'm enjoying. But yeah, they can go on and continue to cope about all this stuff. It's not connected anymore. You need more references to other things. No. You just need good writing. Which is why when we look at the reshoots that have been made, and now that there's test screenings that are out there, take a wild guess as to who was a little bit correct when it comes to the assessment of that initial plot leak. Oh, hi. Is Captain America 4 in trouble? Well, I don't want to toot my horn too much. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has had its fair shares of ups and downs, perhaps more downs than ups in the past 2 years, 5 years, but who's counting? With each release under intense scrutiny from fans and critics alike, the multi-billion-dollar the most successful cinematic franchise in Hollywood history. Let's not sell it short, okay? We can be a little snarky, but we also need to be accurate. On towards its next phase, the next Captain America film, officially titled Captain America Brave New World, which stars a new Captain America and Anthony Mackie, seems to have a knack for finding itself in the center of controversy, even before its release. Case in point, the film's most recent test screenings have sparked conversation about its future and its impact on subsequent MCU films. As per Oh How I Marvel at Those Marvels, the initial reactions from test screenings are indicating a mixed response, particularly concerning the film's action sequences. Oh great, so they're crap like they have been the post-Endgame MCU. Fantastic. And the chemistry between Mackie and his love interest. Oh great, so we need that aspect to it when you're trying to figure out who the hell are the Avengers, because we got 2 planned movies, but we don't know who the Avengers are. Good stuff. We need to go ahead and add in another superfluous character. Great stuff right there, Kevin. However, it is the handling of political content that seems to have disappointed audiences the most. There it is. Viewers are said to have described the political themes as uninspired and unengaging. Wow, you're telling me that instead of Orange Man bad, it's Red Man bad? It's not exactly resonating with a population that is totally and completely tired out by the media cramming that narrative down their throat. Big shock on that one. Pressing concerns over its lack of nuance and tedious. And it's tedious to bog down the pacing of the film with overly expository dialogue. Well, that's the only type of dialogue that Marvel has written in the past half decade, so I don't know why that would be any different, but I guess it's just, really driving home a point. The exact same stuff. It's like, did you listen to any of the dialogue that came out of Falcon and the Winter Soldier? That just also shows you that nobody remembers that show. That was 3 years ago. In response to these criticisms, it's reported that Marvel Studios is considering making significant changes. That's why I said it's supposed to come out in February of 2025, but if the test screenings are being received that poorly, does that mean that this film is going back for, let me guess, a third set of reshoots? Jesus. Marvel's reported insistence on premiering in February of 2025 is the larger issue at hand. The MCU has already been criticized for its notable drop in quality in recent years. Why is that? No, you don't want to address the elephant in the room. But pushing back the Captain America 4 back, yes, perhaps to May, it could buy itself more time to do reshoots and additional refinement. So you're going to put the Thunderbolts, your answer to the Suicide Squad, another failed concept from a failed studio. You want to go ahead and reintroduce everybody to Marvel with that? Good luck. But hey, you guys painted yourself directly in this corner. You didn't have to get political. You didn't have to get political twice over. You didn't have to ruin your franchise with nonsensical plots, unlikable characters, and divisive marketing from the studio and from the actors themselves. You did this to yourself, and you only have yourself to blame on this one. So whenever this thing ultimately does come out, I will be here. I'm not going to watch it, but I'm sure as hell going to point at it and laugh. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.